Hello students, welcome to today's class. Today I have a plan to explain dictionary type and set type. Is it audible and also my screen is available?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Before to start, I will explain and remind you about string. You know that in Python, string is a collection of characters, and we don't have a character type in Python like in other language. Char of in single quotation any one character name. It is not there. Here in Python, it thinks it is a substring. Again, I am defining string is a collection of characters. And list type. It is a collection of heterogeneous data, and it is mutable. So we are using parenthesis to declare the list, and we have done some operations on list. Also in string manipulation, we have done a lot of operations using some built-in functions. We may access the particular string, adding so many manipulation we have done. Also in list, we have done some operations, how to add using some functions, how to delete, and also third one, tuple type. Tuple is also collection of heterogeneous data, but it is immutable. String is also immutable.
Sir,
Hello.
sir, in tuple, negative indexing is possible.
Have you worked it on using negative?
No, sir.
No. Okay, we will check that one.
Okay, sir.
Possible.
In book that is there, sir.
There, no, then it is possible.
Yes.
And one more thing, tuple is immutable. And today we will discuss the dictionary. Before that, somebody is asking, is negative number is possible or not? Just see. In list now, list 1 is equal to 1, 2, 3. Hello. Save this one. Dot C1. Print list 1 of -1. In list in tuple, Hello? Who was asking the question? Your question is it possible to access the data from the list or tuple?
Tuple, sir.
Okay, fine. Tuple, no? Okay. Because T1. T1 of tuple. What is the output? Tell me. If it is works, the output should be hello. Right? Let's check it out. So we got it.
Sir, how it works, sir?
See, it's a definition written already how the tuple is works. Only we have to how to do that. How to do is means that if we use the it is things index in reverse order. -1 index is in reverse order. See, it is index is start from 0, 1, 2, 3. It is in a forward. In backward means here in this hello that to access that one -1, -2, -3. Understood? T1 of
Yes,
understood?
yes, sir.
Okay, good. If you have any doubt, so if you clarify here, it is good. And one more thing, if anybody have a laptop and have you started practicing? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yesterday, one student came to get the software. So if you have the 64-bit operating system, then you have to use the 3.85. 3.8.5. If you have 32-bit operating system, Windows operating system, then you have to use the 3.7. Otherwise, how to download, I will explain here. And otherwise, you do one thing, come to college and collect it with your, if you come with your laptop, I will install and I will show you how to do that one, if possible. How many of you have a laptop from this group? Hello? Hello? Okay, fine. I will show you here how to download the software. Just you do one thing, open the browser. Just here you type python.org. Then you enter. See here, one download option is comes. Just you do one thing. Here, Python 3.8.5. If you click this one, otherwise view the full list of downloads. If you click this one, here it comes. So if you click the download Python 3.8.5, it downloads the exe file. That's all. Then you have to take that one and put it. If it is in your laptop, just run that one automatically. Then automatically you can open the IDLE. See how many are started. See, I will download this also. See here. Here it is 25.5 MB. It is downloaded. See here. Once you run this one, already I installed the software. So just I am giving demo. Understood? How many have started working practically? Hello? Hello? Okay, fine. I will start the next and important concept, that is a dictionary. Dictionary, it is a data structure which basically holds the key value pairs. It is a collection of key value pairs in simple way, and it is also mutable. List is mutable, tuple is immutable, string is immutable, dictionary is mutable. So, and here we are using the curly opening and closing bracket for the declaration of dictionary. See, dict1, dict is the abbreviation for dictionary, dict1 is the variable, just simply it is an identifier. Why I am using dict1, it is not a mandatory, it is a meaningful, that's all. Here we are using opening curly bracket. So I am saying it is a collection of key value pairs. 1 colon Java script, comma. See, all together key is the 1, JavaScript is the value. The 1 colon JavaScript is the 1 data of dictionary, and comma separates the data. 2 colon Java, and close the dictionary with closing bracket, and print this one. Print of dict1, print of dict1. Okay, output is we will get the entire key value pair. If I run this one, see here, this is the output. Okay, again I will explain what is dictionary. Dictionary is a collection of key value pairs, and it is mutable. And it is mutable. And here already executed, I will show you here. 1, 2 are the keys, JavaScript and Java are the values. Key value pair together is 1 data, and it is separated by comma. See, even we can change the value of key. Because it is a mutable. See, dict 1 of 1 is equal to Python. print of dict 1. See, I am saying it is a mutable. It means that we can change the value of key. See, dict of key values, here it is not an index value, which is equal to Python I am assigning. What is the output of the second printf statement of the program? Anybody respond me?
Python, Java.
One colon Python. So the Python is replaced, sorry, JavaScript is replaced by Python. Good. See here, second output, one colon Python is replaced by JavaScript. So we can also add the pair into the dictionary.
Yes, sir.
So I have already. Here dict of 3 is equal to SE, software engineering. SE means software engineering, that is the subject name, or simply you can think it is SE. So here I am adding one more pair into the dictionary. Now what is the output of the third printf statement? Now okay, what is the output of the third printf statement?
1 colon Python, 2 colon Java, 3 colon SE.
Okay, 1 colon Python, comma 2 colon Java, comma 3 column colon, not column, colon SE. Good. See here the third printf statement. Here we added one more pair into the dictionary. And the first statement, you know that it is a dictionary representation, key value pair. Second, we can change the value of key. Then the next one, we can delete the data from dictionary using the del keyword. See what I am doing here in this statement, I am deleting the first pair of the dictionary, which is 1 colon Python. And what is the remaining part of the dictionary? What is the output of the last printf, fourth printf? Anybody? Anybody respond me? Hello? Hello? Okay. It is a 2 colon Java, comma 3 colon SE. The last printf statement output is what? it deletes the first pair, and remaining is what? 2 colon Java, comma 3 colon SE. Understood? Hello, just check it out by running this program. See here, see the output. Is it audible? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We deleted the element from dictionary using del function. And also using the pop, we can delete it. We are already one. Okay. See, previously I used a del keyword to delete the pair from the dictionary. Here I am using pop function to delete the data from the dictionary. See what it does? It takes that value only, deleted value. Here, deleted value is what? Java. Deleted value is Java. It's taken from the dictionary. Understood? And we have one more, the pop item function is there, which deletes the last pair of the dictionary. Here it is a entirely again a new program. Dict1 is equal to opening curly bracket 1 colon JavaScript 2 colon Java, and here we are printing that one, and we are changing the value. We don't need this also. Directly I will write one more 3 colon SPT 4 colon SE. See, I will explain what is the use of pop item. This is the pop item function. What it does, it deletes the last pair from the dictionary. What is the last pair of the dictionary? Now referring to this new program. Anybody respond me? Hello. 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 Anybody respond me? What is the last pair of this dictionary?
SE.
4 colon SE is the last pair of
Item.
item or element or data or pair, whatever you call. Okay. I will run this program. See here, it takes the last pair. It takes the last pair using what? Pop attempt function. Using pop attempt function. See, even we can access the separate keys, values, and items using the keys function, values function, item functions. See here, this one is the, see, I will type here using keys function. We can access all keys from dictionary. From dictionary. Using values function, we can access all values from dictionary. Item, you know. Okay. From the dictionary, what are the values and what are the keys? Tell me, anybody respond me. See, again I am responding you. 1 is the key, JavaScript is the value, 2 is the key, Java is the value, 3 is the key, SPT is value, 4 is the key, SE is the value. And both together, key and value together is one item or one data, one element of the dictionary, and it is separated by these, separated by commas. Separated by commas. See, what is the output of this? The third printf keys means what? What is the output? Anybody respond me? Hello?
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, 4. And what is the values of values function? Second last printf statement. JavaScript, Java, SPT, SE. And what is the values of items? 1 colon JavaScript with parenthesis, 2 colon Java, 3 colon SPT, 4 colon SE. Okay, once we run this program, here the output here, dict underscore keys. Keys are what? 1, 2, 3. Okay, already we popped the last one, no? Okay, good. Somebody told already pop item, I popped this one. And what I will do, I will delete this one. Okay, only I am concentrating now keys, values, and item. Okay, see here, this portion, the first one is the original dictionary, this one. And here all the keys are the 1, 2, 3, 4. And values are JavaScript, Java, SPT, SE. And items are 1 comma JavaScript, and that is in parenthesis, comma 2 comma Java, second item is in parenthesis. So this way we will get the output from these functions. Okay, the last type, that is a set type. I hope you know the set mathematical set theory. If you know that one, to understand it, this is very easy. Do you know the set theory in mathematics? Anybody respond me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you know that concept, if
Yes, sir.
hello, even if you don't know, don't worry. I will explain. It is very easy. Set is an unordered collection of unique elements and mutable. It is also mutable. It is unordered collections means ordered collection means that it may be ascending or descending. Unordered means doesn't have any order. That is not an mandatory. And it is a collection of unique elements. That is very, very important. See here, I am saying here here set 1 is equal to, here also we are using the opening curly brace and closing curly brace to declare the set type. See here 4 is repeats thrice, but the definition of set is it is a unique numbers. It should contain only and it considers only unique numbers. So in that base, according to the definition, again I am saying it is unordered collection of elements and unique elements and it is a mutable. Now tell me what is the output of this first printable statement according to the definition? Any idea?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Good. Because it takes the only unique numbers. See, 4 is repeats thrice, but it will not consider more than 1 because it considers all must be unique. Good, very good. See here, last output 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So all are unique. We can add the elements into the set using a add function. Here what I am doing here, I am using the add function to add an element into the dictionary. Now the output of the second printf statement is what? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See the main concept we'll discuss next time because we have only the 4 minutes time left. We have some operations on set: union, intersection, difference, symmetric difference. Any idea? If you remember, just tell me what is the union operations on set, or union, intersection, difference, symmetric difference. Unions means that it adds the all elements from, we need a two set to make a union, intersection, difference. Keep in that mind, symmetric difference. I will execute practically in the next session, but simply I am saying the concepts. Here set 1, set 2, it's very easy. See, set 1 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements. Set 2 is has a 3, 4, 5, 6 elements. Here what I am doing, print of set 1 dot union of set 2. See what it does, it prints the all the elements from both the set. And in printf statement, second printf statement, set1 dot intersection of set2. See what it does, intersection means it takes the all the common elements from the both the set. Tell me the anybody see the output of the second printf statement. What is the output? These are the
3, 4, 5.
because see both three the element is in both the set. 4 is also and also 5. Okay, good. And the set1 dot difference of set2. It deletes the common elements from both the sets and prints the remaining elements of set1. Set1. See, deletes the difference is what? Deletes the common elements from both the sets and it prints the remaining elements of set1. What is the output? Tell me. Anybody?
1, 2.
1, 2 only. Good. And set1 dot symmetric underscore difference of set2 is it deletes the common elements from both the sets and prints the remaining elements of both the sets. And what is the output?
1, 2, 6.
Very good. Okay, I will execute this one because it is only last 1 minute. Okay, very good. See here, these are the all the elements from the together from 1 and 2. That is the union 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And see here the intersection is common elements are as you told 3, 4, 5. And the difference is it is deleting from the both the sets common elements from the both the sets and it prints the remaining elements of the set 1. And in symmetric difference is it deletes the common elements from both the sets and prints the remaining elements of both the sets 1, 2 and 6. Good, very good. Only last minute is remaining. Any doubt? Here, these are very, very important. Next class, I will concentrate on the practical programs, lab programs, and you go through the previous videos, so it helps and practice if you have the lab.